Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Investor NK, and today I have with me a special guest, the personal Investor Joe. He is going to be answering 15 questions about himself and his trading career. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's go. Investor Joe, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Ready to answer 15 questions?
Let's kill it.
All right. So, question one. Let's get to know you. Tell us about yourself.
All right. Firstly, my name is Ugoke Josiah Uchena, aka Investor Joe. Right, and I'm 19 years old. I attend the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I'm from Nsukka, Enugu State. Okay, so I've been trading since September 2019. So I'm almost going to 2 years in trading. And I've had a few students, I think 21 if I can remember, 21 good students. And right now they are pumping the financial markets like crazy. They are pumping the financial markets and they bring results and I'm happy. And it gives me the motivation to keep pushing myself, to keep learning better, and to keep distributing my knowledge.
All right, thank you very much for that fantastic introduction. So, how did you get to know about the financial market?
All right, back in 2019, I saw an ad on a TV. His name was Marco. So
WhatsApp TV, right?
WhatsApp TV.
Okay.
I saw an ad talking about cryptocurrencies and how to make money with them. So I just clicked the ad. Then I got added to a WhatsApp group. Then from there, I started trading with Signals 2019. So from there, I started trading with Signals. Marco started sending signals. Then at a point, it stopped. So there I met P Money, the great P Money. So I met P Money. Then he said he will be hosting a class teaching technical analysis. And he said somebody was going to teach us, not himself. But that's how I met our great investor here, Investor NK. So she taught us the class July. Late July. So I learned technical analysis. But before then, I went on YouTube channels because I wasted a whole lot of data going through
You
YouTube.
didn't waste it. It was an investment, of course.
But I didn't have that personal feeling. You know, when you have a teacher with you,
Okay.
it's kind of, the feeling is different from when you're just watching and then there's nobody to answer your question.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. So I went to YouTube, search for different videos. Well, I saw some very quite educational videos, but the reasoning to apply them was not there. And that's why you need a mentor. So that's how I met Investor Ekele July. She taught us technical analysis. Then her fee was still cheap, very cheap. So I thank God I came at that moment. Then I learned. She added us to our mentees group. Everybody started bringing up ideas. We started learning together, and that is what made me today. I'm a very, very good technical analyst, and I can say she made me and some few other people I'll mention. So that's that.
So, how did you start trading? Which of the markets do you trade most?
Okay, I started with BTC pairs. Okay, there are two pairs on Binance. We had BTC pair and the USDT pair. So I started with the BTC pair, which is a cryptocurrency pair. So I started from there, then moved over to the USDT pair. Then I found interest in the forex market. So from cryptocurrency, I started learning how to trade the forex market. Got a new tutor, so I learned the forex market. Then I moved over to the synthetic market. So synthetic indices, she also taught me. Then I also paid for a new tutor after she taught me. So I moved over to the synthetic indices. Then currently I'm planning on moving to stocks. So like that,
You
it
want to
choke.
finish the
I want
obvious.
to finish. I want to pump money from everywhere.
All right, so let's go. What are the sacrifices you've made so far in your trading career?
Number one, sleep. I had to dump sleep.
He says you oh.
I dumped it.
Okay.
So I had to dump sleep during the lockdown. After I came back from school from February, so I dumped sleep. Every night I'll wake up because that time I used to do this midnight sub. If you remember this YouTube midnight sub, so I
That's
always
when you were still watching YouTube
videos exactly
Okay.
after I came back from for lockdown. So from March to July ending before I paid for your class, I started watching YouTube videos. I started practicing. So I burnt a whole lot of data, sleepless nights watching YouTube videos. Then I funded my account with a very little capital to start up and like test the market, know how good it feels to make little cash. So I funded my account and I started trading. I started seeing some results, little results, and then it was very interesting. I mean, the feeling of seeing money,
grow.
it choked. So yeah.
So, what are the challenges you faced so far from trading the financial market and everything?
All right. Okay. Yeah, situations where I'll stay awake all night. Okay, analyze the market, but I wouldn't see setup. It, it was
Everything is indecisive.
everything was indecisive. You won't see setup, and everything was just confusing. It's as if you don't understand the financial market enough because it's as if your whole learning was in vain. So another thing that happened then was BTC always affected everything. Once BTC decided to move,
It still does.
exactly, it still does. If you decide to move small hand like this, everything
just follows.
plummets, and you'll be like, God, what is happening? Then from then, market started hitting stop loss. I don't know
You
why.
hit stop loss and then go in your
Go
direction.
direction. That's it. They pain. It's as if they are stabbing you seriously. But
I've had several experiences like that. Though.
exactly. So it's all part of the experience. It's all part of the drill to make you a better analyst and a better trader. So yeah, that.
So I can see the challenges you faced so far has built you into a better trader. Come on, I remember when we started and compared to now. Alright, so I'll just love to know what are the achievements? Have you grown $10 to $1 million? Have you
Choke.
So what are your achievements in the financial market?
All right. January 2020, while I was still in school, I think I was still learning. So I just decided to fund my account with just 5,000 naira. It was little, but I was able to grow from that. I was able to grow 5,000 naira to about 15,000 naira at that time.
That's big money.
That's yeah, exactly. That was big money then, and the adrenaline rush from oh my god, it was overwhelming. So later on, after I learned from you, so I got more confident. Okay, I got more confident to enter trades. I wasn't afraid to enter trades anymore. It's either take profits or stop loss. Nothing more, nothing less. So I've successfully grown in the futures market $50 to $2,000.
In how many days?
No, no, no. In about 2 weeks,
That's a great feat.
yeah. In about 2 weeks, I grew $50 to $2,000 in the futures market. Then in the spot market, I grew. I was trading with $500 then. I was trading with $500 and I grew it to I think $1,000, 100% in a week. So that's my greatest feat.
Considering that it is spot market.
Considering it was sports market, it was very very sweet, and I think it is sweet.
Give you motivation to do more.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
You understand?
So who are your tutors and what lessons have you learned from them? Like okay, like in my case, from P Money I've learned to take risk and I've learned to catch crews. From my mentor Christian, I've learned to imbibe and give out energy. So who are your tutors or mentors so far? And what are the lessons that you can say, okay, this is peculiar to this person?
All right. So let me just mention people I've learned from. I've learned from you, number one. I've learned from Cryptolu. I've learned from Prince Wonder. I've learned from Rondo, which is a volatility tutor.
Beast.
Sorry, volatility beast.
Okay.
Okay, so I've learned from Indigo the Great.
Kill shot. Kill shot.
You don't mind me. I've learned from Indigo the Great, and one thing I've learned from Crypto is that simplicity is everything. Simplicity. Don't overcomplicate things. Just
Find what matters.
find what matters. Find your key points, and that's all. Then it's take profit or stop loss. Simple. Just find where you need to take your trade, place it, leave it, take profit or stop loss. It's as simple as that. So Indigo taught me how to enter with pinpoint accuracy. Pinpoint accuracy. Precision. Sniper entry. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Sniper entry.
Okay.
So that's all about that. Then Rondo is just a beast. Like the way volatility market is so volatile, it can make you a millionaire in minutes. I mean, you made your first million
from volatility.
Exactly.
2 days.
It
was Rondo, Indigo, Reese Banks, Mickey FX, and myself. Man, in 2 days, part 1 million naira from 40K. That's from $100 to like $3,000. Then, considering the dollar rate.
So you can imagine. So it's the financial market is very interesting. You just have to be consistent, okay, and work with your mentors is very, very important.
So, having told us about the tutors you've learned from and how they've impacted you and the lessons you've learned from them, what are your own personal experiences, like the things you've seen on the chart that nobody told you about, okay? And then how have these impacted your life? How have they shaped you into a better trader?
Okay, so when I started trading, started trading last year, January. Okay, so
that's during the COVID-19, right?
Exactly, during the COVID-19 period, and then nearly all the markets were bearish. So it was very, very hard because I wasn't making enough profits then. It was very, very hard to make profit then. So and then I was learning with YouTube videos. I didn't have anybody to ask questions from and everything. So when I got access to NK and then she started answering some of my questions, that is when I began to see the chart for myself. Okay, there are some things I usually neglect before that I started seeing myself, and that actually shaped my mentality about trading. That trading is not all about making profit. Sometimes it's just for you to get a better you, okay, a better trader, a better technical analyst, okay, and it will actually shape your trading in a way that it's not every time you trade. You know, not trading is a trading decision.
Yeah, it's also a trading position.
Exactly. So I've gotten so good in the market and adapted to the market that it's not every time I trade. Okay, then I will always want to rush into trades. Sometimes I'll see set up and it's leaving me, then I want to enter, I want to FOMO in. But later on, I started calming down. I started taking a deep breath.
Be calming down.
Be calming down, exactly. And actually try to understand the markets. Then I started seeing everything at a very, very clear view.
All right, so when we were having this conversation, you made mention of confluence, okay? Can you talk about like when we were talking, behind the scenes? So you made mention that you do look out for confluences, right? Can you explain to them what confluence is and, what confluences you look out for before you take your own trade?
All right, so confluence is when you have 2 or more reasons to take a trade, okay? So my principle is that if I don't see a confluence, I know they take that trade though. If you like, let that trade hit 100% later on. I'm not worried, okay? Because the market is going to be here forever. I'm still going to pump a whole lot of money from the market. So I'll just have to wait, look for confluence. Let's say a support is meeting an uptrend, or the RSI is showing a divergence, then on the chart is showing an upward divergence, then on the RSI a downward divergence. So those are the things I look out for. Okay, so that is what confluence is, and confluence will actually help you get into trade at a very, very good zone, okay? So that your stop loss will be below, and then your take profit, your risk to reward ratio
Be
will be
better.
quite all right,
I
okay?
see people entering trade, you use 5% stop loss and then you're making 6%. Like, what's that?
What's that? That's barely 2 to 1 risk
Is
to
it even up
reward
to two?
ratio.
That's like 1 point something risk to reward. That's like 1 point
Exactly,
something.
and
That's poor, that's
you're
bad.
not a trader then. You're just dashing, you're dashing money to the financial market. I mean, so that's about that.
So Joe, as traders, okay, as human beings, we have things we look out for that we call principles. Okay, I'm a principled person and stuff. So, as in the trading aspect, what are your principles?
Okay, my principles in trading. Number one, I've learned not to overtrade. Okay, it was one of my problems when I started trading. I thought it's every trade you should take, but I've learned it's not that way. Some trades you learn from them. Okay, some it might get to your setup, but you just allow it to run, see what's going to come out at the end, and you learn from it. You learn how it moves. So it's not all trade you take. Okay, beginning I was over trading, and I realized I was making more losses than profits because I was over trading. I was eager to pump the market, but just calm down, learn, digest, then you take your trades. Then everything
That
will.
digest part is very important because
Yeah,
I see people just learning and then they are going to the market to trade. You understand? So when you learn, take out time to study, back test,
back
forward
test.
test, and then before you start taking trades. All right, thank you very much. So, what is your worst moment in trading? What's your worst moment, and what's the best moment?
Hey, God, worst moment. There was this time.
Chocolate.
There was this time BTC was dumping, and I forgot. Not that I forgot to place I actually placed the stop loss, but I don't know. Maybe Binance
The spike. It's always a spike.
There's
It
only
just goes down. It leaves your stop loss and continues going down. It doesn't activate.
it doesn't activate. Binance, God,
Was it on futures?
no, it was not on futures. It was on spot.
Even if.
But at the same time, it was on spot, and I couldn't close the trade at loss. So I had to wait for months for the coin to recover before I could finally sell off at my entry. It was terrible because my capital was locked down, and I didn't know what to do.
And I'm quite sure by then you didn't know what was DCA because if you knew, you would have just bought the
But
bottom of
the
it and then
but you get some kind dip wey you go buy sha,
he go still vanish your money.
e go lead to depression. So that time my capital was just there, so I just dumped it, then started learning all over again because I felt I didn't know anything, but it was actually Binance sha. But anyways, here I am. I'm a better trader now. Thank
So
God.
what's your best moment in trading?
That time I took $50 to 2K. It was crazy, but there were lapses in between. I was making some quite a few losses, but at the same time,
The profit was more.
the profit was more. The profit was more. So yeah.
So, when we learn new skills, it might or might not affect us. Like personally, trading made me more patient. Trading helped me with my emotions, and trading made me see the difference between school and education. So, for you, how has trading affected your life? Is it positively or is it negatively? Let's see that.
All right. Trading has, like she said, trading has taught her patience. It has also taught me patience. Okay, because there are sometimes you find setups and the price has not yet gotten to your setup. Okay, there are times I wait for days for markets to come quietly and gingerly kiss my entry. Sniper kiss the entry before moving to the right direction, and it taught me patience. Okay, over days I'll just wait, keep the chart there, then when market comes it does the thing, I do my own thing too, and I palm the market. There are days where I was kind of depressed because I wasn't making profit.
Maybe because you're losing too much.
Yeah, I was
and
losing too much, and I felt I didn't understand trading yet, or maybe trading was not my thing. But with time and with consistency, which is very, very important, consistency, the ability for, okay, this trade hit my stop loss 5 times, the ability to wake up and go back to that your chart,
know why it hits that stop.
know why it hits that stop loss, correct it, and still take another trade or more. That is consistency, and consistency will take you far, far. And one thing I always do is I keep learning, I keep upgrading my skills, find new tutors, find new materials to read. I mean, the financial market is broad. Just dive into it and you enjoy it. I tell you, I tell you.
You wanted to say I swear.
Oh,
All right, okay. How do you manage trading at school? Because I know a lot of you have this issue. Okay, I'm a trader. I also love school. I want to have a certificate, but man, I need money. So how do you manage trading and school?
okay. So before we resumed, I actually had a plan. So I have a group of friends. Okay, we are 4 in number. So what I planned was that I'll teach each of them trading. Of course, they'll pay me. So I teach each of them trading. Then what we do, we sit down, we analyze. Okay, we share coins. Okay, there are
Thousands of
thousands of coins on Binance, okay, or any trading distance. So we share coins within ourselves, and then it will actually reduce the whole labor on just one person. Okay, so it's actually distribution of labor. Then when it comes to school, 4 of us go to school together. We do almost all the things together. Then we read our books together. So it's quite easy when you have people around you helping you out, okay, helping you out to do this one, to do this one. So that's the plan I actually had in my mind before school resumed, and right now everything is going on
So
well.
the first thing you do is you have a plan.
Yeah.
Then the second thing, you bring together a team, right? You
Yeah,
schedule
exactly.
things, you share duty and stuff,
Duties.
and then you execute. Because I've noticed some people have plans, but the execution is the problem. So it's one thing to have a plan, it's another thing to do what? Execute it. All right, now to the will I say most important? Okay, let me say one of the important questions I have to ask you. How do you handle losses and profits? Like, I know people say don't let your losses get to your heart and your wins get to your head and stuff like that. But you know it's easier said than done. So how do you handle this? How do you play this role?
All right, so one thing about me, I'm a very, very principled person. I don't trade without stop loss. Forget all this buying the dip, stop something. I don't do it.
I think that's majorly for investors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Buying the dip is for investors, but when it comes to me, I want to sleep well at night. I want to sleep with peace of mind and wake up the next day. If you hit stop loss, fine. I know that the money I'm losing, I'm able to lose it. Okay, it won't affect me. It's not what I'm using to feed. Okay, my capital is different from my money for expenses. So I actually risk money I can afford to lose. Okay, now when it comes to profits, okay, when I started trading, I was trading to make profit. But right now, my plan is when I make profits, I split the profit into two, use some to do settle some things. Then half of it I use it to invest. Okay, invest is buying coins, buying good use case coins. Okay, so right now I'm kind of shifting from a day trader. Okay, I don't place trades these days. I don't place trades every day. Okay, because I've gotten to a certain level. So I've moved from a day trader to an investor, a partial investor. Okay, so I hold coin for long, and whenever I'm sleeping, I sleep well. Please, please, I cannot come and be
killing yourself. Do you know I've dreamt of coins before? Like I placed a trade and then I went to sleep and then I started dreaming of the coin in my sleep.
I've had that experience too, and the coin hit stop loss actually.
And you now wake up and the thing is in actual loss.
Actual loss. So it's crazy. So I've moved from trader.
No wonder you're not investor, Joe.
Exactly.
Investor wire.
Don't be smarty, you choke.
All right. So anything you would love to say to the audience, the viewers. The thing is, some of them are traders, some of them are not traders, so you should be encapsulating. So, do you have anything to say to that?
All right. Okay, so if you're a trader, please, the market is have a business except from trading. P Money will always say this thing. Some of my other mentors will always say these things, and it's very, very important because this, as I am an investor now, this dip, this current BTC dip, it's in the shake. It is shake my portfolio small,
God.
small. So it's actually all those extra businesses I have outside, little investments I have outside that's actually catering for my daily needs right now. Okay, and then sometimes I trade to make urgent 2K if it's necessary, or urgent 2K, urgent 5K. So that's just it. Have a business outside. And then if you're a newbie and you're just entering this space, you shouldn't focus on profits. Focus on consistency. Focus on consistency. Okay? If you focus on profits, it might be hard at first, okay, because you're just entering into the space. You don't understand the psychology of the market yet. Psychology is very, very important, and psychology is not one thing you get at the first month or the first 2 months. Okay, psychology is something that is built over time, 6 months, a year. Okay, you get used to the market. There's a way market moves. At this point, I am not surprised because what? I've built my psychology. I've seen it so many times occur, and then I'm not afraid. Okay, so learn to build your psychology over the time. And then another thing is that there are so many aspects about cryptocurrency that you can discover. It's not all about trading. Don't let anybody oppress you about trading. Okay, there are so many aspects. There's copywriting, then there's the DeFi space. Okay, I forgot to mention a tutor, investor also. Oh my god.
Yeah, the DeFi apostle.
The DeFi apostle, the DeFi lord. I'm so grateful to him for introducing me to DeFi. There is so many aspects in cryptocurrency that people are yet to come into, and you can actually find those loopholes and actually fill them. I mean, I'm working with a company currently, Eden. Okay, we are a team, and we are looking to find solution to environmental problem using cryptocurrency. I mean, so that's another aspect. So everything is not about trading. Don't let anybody deceive you. You can have your normal business and still make it in life, okay? But trading is very, very interesting.
Sweet.
The adrenaline rush alone, it go choke you. So yeah, I think that's about that.
So, Investor Joe, how do you feel?
I'm feeling pumped.
You said I'm feeling pumped.
I cannot wait to get back to the market.
And just make some damages. Alright, would you love to do this again?
Sure. I'll very, very much happy if you invite me to this show.
Which show? I don't get show. Alright, no problem. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll do this again some other time.
Yeah, exactly. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Okay?
See you soon.
God bless.